We're talking to Dr. Peter Murphy, who has had a long career in industry before starting his career in academia. What are industry partners looking for in a strong relationship with the university?
My measure of success in terms of working with industry is that industry partner going to come back and ask to undertake another project with us? And when they come back a second time and a third time and a fourth time and even a fifth time, like some of them we're working with at the moment, obviously we're doing something right. We're delivering what the industry partner needs. Obviously, if we've been working with them that long, we're producing the academic outputs that we need to produce internally as well. It's a win-win for both parties. It is a case of recognising what people are good at and not trying to make them do things that they don't really want to do. I think there's been perhaps a thought over recent years that academics, if they're not winning grant funding, particularly from Category 1 grant funding, the ARC, NHMRC and the like, that they should turn to work with industry. And I just don't think that's the right reason to turn to work with industry. You work with industry because it's a passion and you want to work with them, not because you can't get funding elsewhere. It's about compartmentalising your research. So what do I mean by that? You'll have work that's with your industry partners on your industry-based projects. I happen to do a lot of work with undergraduate students where we bring them in for 6 to 12 months at a time. We embed them within our research teams and they tend to work on things that are completely separate, but if you like, aligned technologies with the research projects that we're undertaking. It's more fundamental.
Does and that from mean that you're building a pipeline of potential researchers because you're engaging the undergraduates in the process?
Potentially, yes. We're exposing them to the beginnings of an industry culture, working with industry. Having said that, we do tend to protect them from a lot of the stuff that will go on because they haven't been embedded in that situation before where things can change like that. They need to be gradually brought into this concept, this world, where industry partners' needs can change from one week to the next, and you need to manage that appropriately. It's a good question, Mark. Part of the answer to that is that a lot of the people that do tend to come and work with me have previously worked in private industry. So one of the things that I think is responsible for the success we've had engaging private industry and delivering outcomes has been that we have a number of people within my research group who know exactly how private industry works. They come from a wide range of industries, but they get how private industry works. That also becomes a great mentoring tool for working with your younger researchers when you bring them in. So it's not just one person, as in me, trying to spread this culture through my group. I'm able to do it through multiple levels with these younger researchers. All the ways in the projects that I have with private industry, wherever possible, we have got someone from the industry partner actually embedded within the project team. That will often see them give up their position, resign from their position in private industry, and actually take on a role with a contract through the university for 2 to 3 years while the project runs. That does a couple of things for us. First of all, it lets us upskill the industry partner if we're moving into a new technology field that they haven't previously worked in. It also, at the end of the project, lets that person take that knowledge back into the industry environment, and it helps us greatly achieve better outcomes in terms of translating that research back into a full-scale manufacturing process.
What skills are you looking for from those researchers most likely to succeed in working with industry partners?
I think patience is really important. I think being adaptable is really important. One of the things you'll often hear about industry projects is people will say, gosh, the milestones, the goals of the project, they've changed, they've altered dramatically. Your job when you're managing a project like that is to ensure that, yes, you need to accept that things will change. That's commercial reality. Things change over a short time frame. But then it's a case of, I guess, refocusing what you're doing, not giving up completely on your original project scope, but refocusing, being responsive to them, listening to what they need, and then trying to work out a plan whereby you can deliver in the area they want the results in.
How critical then is this link between fundamental research and applied research within the one research centre?
Fundamental and applied research can go together, but it's about having people present, I think, with the right mindset that are looking for the opportunities and always looking at how do I take that knowledge and turn it into something that's useful. They're looking for value for money. They are looking for outcomes from engaging in a project with you. They are looking for you to often help them with relatively short-term needs. And that probably goes against a lot of what is expected in the academic environment, in particular if you're a researcher working within a university. But I think it's a case of you need to take that message on board and you need to work with what they want. If you can't help them through the short term, you've got no hope to help them through the long term.